Hey everyone, this is Alex from the Right Old Podcast, broadcasting to you from my car parked next to a gallery. I don't really have a lot of good opportunities to broadcast, so I just make the most of what I've got, which is my phone with a little microphone in the car, and you just do what you can. Anyway, I want to share a few thoughts about the Anti-Defamation League's opposition to the term America First. Now, this opposition to the Trump campaign's use of America First dates back to some Nazi in America, or some guy who had sympathies with the Nazis in World War II, and he used the term America First, which was and the guy was a terrible guy. He was a genuine anti-Semite, and it's very unfortunate that he used a term which really is quite reasonable and really should be considered innocuous or even something very good. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole history of it, but here's the way I see it. Leftist Jews are really terrible people at bottom. Leftist Jews are religious Democrats. If you look up the statistics, you see that Jews support the Democrats in a way that no group supports the Democrats. And it really defies economic logic, because given the fact that Jews are wealthy and successful and entrepreneurial, you would imagine that the natural home of Jews in America, politically speaking, should be the Republican Party, or really libertarianism, but certainly the Republican Party. Unfortunately, there is a very terrible tendency in the Jewish community to bear a grudge for generations. And once upon a time, the Republican Party was not friendly to Jews, and a lot of Jews still remember that. Once upon a time, WASPs in America were, not murderously anti-Semitic, but didn't welcome Jews into their country clubs. And a lot of Jews still remember that. Those stories have been passed down. And so leftism amongst Jews is really an expression of that sense of being betrayed, of feeling that the American nation, white America, is not a society that accepts them. And it's a terrible mistake. It's a catastrophic mistake, because no country, no time in history, at no time in history have Jews had it better than in Western countries. And the extent to which Jews support Muslims in invading en masse is the extent to which these Jews are either terribly misguided or hostile to the society that has treated them very, very well. And it really, really pisses me off when I hear leftist Jews whining about the very best of people and very necessary policies. And I would have no hesitation in excoriating in every way, shape and form any Jew who claims to have the interests of his country at heart, but who also supports mass immigration from third world countries. It's a terrible shame. It's very, very sad that there is such a high rate of support for the Democrats and for leftist policies amongst Jews in America and in other countries. But in America, there's a peculiarly widespread mental disease in the Jewish community. It's not something that I fully understand because I'm not from there. But there is something very wrong. And it really should be opposed. And I, for one, never ever pull out the Jew victim card. If people, on my channel, on my other channel, the Critical G, people have called me all sorts of names. I don't care. I really don't care. They're telling me something in a crude and stupid fashion, but they're telling me something, and that's fine, because I genuinely respect free speech. I've never complained about someone calling me whatever name, and I never will, because I'm committed to free speech, and I value the Western civilization. I recognize that it is objectively, by all standards, the best civilization, and for anyone who has a Jewish connection, it is the civilization in which one may pursue the very best of lives. So to all those leftist Jews who don't like the term America First, or any variation thereof in other countries, fuck you. Fuck you, and go to hell.